week.
Amy's going to be sick.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so she was slotted for 8. I thought you just slip right in there.
All right, good morning, everybody. We're just talking without saying good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Ed Parcaut here with Mike Kelly, and we're Real Estate Jerky, sometimes daily.
Mostly daily. And I'm Mike Kelly here with Ed Parcaut and Real Estate Jerky, sometimes daily. What do you got?
How will you know?
Today?
How will you know if I can slide in there? Can you make that call? Because
I'm going to make that call right after this. Check on Amy, see how she's feeling, and if not, I'm going to slide you right in that slot.
I appreciate that. I can wear a wig if it's better.
Put on some red lipstick. And,
I didn't say I'd go that far.
Well, then you'd look just like Amy.
I got a goatee. That's not saying it. All right,
a goatee.
Yeah. All right. So today we had producer price index because we had consumer price index yesterday, which came pretty much a little bit hotter than expected. Producer price index, which of course measures it on the wholesale level for inflation, was reported for the month of September. The headline figure was unchanged, cooler than expectations of the 1/10 gain. So it sounds like we're doing good. However, on a year-over-year basis, it decreased 0.1% to 1.8%, coming in higher than the 1.6%. So we have one point that showed us it was better. The other one says no. Core PPI, which is a producer price index, if you aren't following me, strips out food and energy prices, increased by 0.2, in line with expectations. However, year-over-year core PPI increased 0.4% to 2.8%, which was above the 2.7%.
PPI is what Irish guys say after too many pints.
Yeah, well, all right, so here's the bottom line. While there are fears that inflation I'm going to read this so I don't get it wrong, emerging, it has been making a ton of progress and will move lower, but not in a straight line. It's like we talked about. Things don't just move straight down. They go down, up, like down, stairs. Up. Yeah. Like stairs. That's how that works. Same as going up.
Baby steps, people.
So if you look at the overall, the biggest movement in this and most significant development was the low shelter read in the CPI, which means that it's the first time that catching up to market rents. So it's not moving. So rents have been going down, but all this stuff is showing that they were higher.
Yeah.
So bottom line is it is getting better, even though these numbers kind of show a little bit higher. The biggest thing they're going to look at is the PCE, the personal consumption expenditures, which comes out October 31st. Yes, that is Halloween.
Whoa. Is it?
October 31st is always Halloween, isn't it?
Oh, I thought it was leap year.
Okay, that was in February, but nice try. All right, the market is expecting the PCE to fall to 2.1% and the core to fall 2.6%. Both good reads. So if that's what happens, that's going to show a totally different. That's what the Fed's focusing on, because there was 4 of the governors who came out. Governor, the Fed president. Sorry, they all pretty much said they're going to be, movement, wiggles, ups and downs. We're going to just keep going the trend. The other ones are like, we're going to watch it. They're all saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Except for one that says, yes, if we don't need the meeting, I can miss the meeting.
Oh, yeah. Because he's got a golf game.
I'm totally comfortable with skipping a meeting if data suggests that's appropriate.
I got it.
We don't miss a meeting. You go to the meeting, talk about what's going on, make sure you're on the same page for going forward. Don't miss this meeting. What is your problem, people?
This isn't a realtors meeting.
I know it's not like that. It's not like a marketing meeting where it's like 90% or affiliates and
board of directors meeting. You got no business whatsoever. You just want to have lunch with a bunch of guys.
All right. So next week, light week, we're not going to. So if you're good with got to close, got to do everything, just lock your loans and be done with it.
Yeah.
Mortgage applications on Wednesday. It's not really going to move the needle. Thursday's retail sales, initial jobless claims could move it a little bit. National Association of Housing Market Index, and Friday is housing starts and permits. Not really going to move the needle of the mortgage. Really, for the next couple of weeks, there's not a lot going out. Then eventually it'll be unemployment again, and then of course the PCE.
Well, what about the jobs created? I mean,
that's going to, that's going to be
6 million created.
But that's the first week of next month,
right?
When the election's happening. So of course it's going to come in great.
Yeah, it's going to come in awesome. And then they're going to say, "Oh yeah, we kind of cheated the numbers by a couple million."
Yeah,
sorry. sorry, not sorry. Yeah, commiddler.
I'm gonna laugh at you. All right, so what's the actual California numbers? Since I don't have much. This is all there is. All right,
they're great. Look at.
Oh, they didn't move much. Well, the 751
is good.
is staying very current.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not moving. The pending sales is going up though.
And so as the closed sales per day, they've gone up just a little tiny bit from the 21st, since we didn't see.
I think it was 520 back then, wasn't it? For a closed sales.
Yeah, it was
per
like
day?
520. So October 5th, this is week ending of October 5th. It's pretty up to date. Next week, this is, because what's today? The 11th?
It sure is.
The 11th.
So we got 20 days until the PCE comes out.
Oh, golly.
20 days. Yeah. And so, I mean,
and 20 days until we get to go trick-or-treating around our neighborhood.
Yeah, our lights will be off.
Yeah, our lights will be on. And one year we did reverse trick-or-treating because we knew we were going to be gone. So we knew the 4 kids that were in the neighborhood. We just walked to their house and rang their doorbell and said, trick-or-treat, and shoved a bowl of food in there.
Well, it's kind of been nice that moving over here a long time. You know, I've had this house forever, but
yeah,
at our other place, I mean, you're 600 pieces you're giving away, and it's like, I don't know you from this neighborhood.
Yeah, because they're not.
Yeah,
they're not. They're from a different neighborhood.
And I'm sorry, you're 16. You're not supposed to be trick or treating. Or the moms with the baby. Can I have some for the baby? You mean for yourself? All right, keep going. I'm sorry.
Fat ass.
Hey, I didn't say that.
I did. So this is
real.
what realtors did in the previous week. 23.1 closed the sale. 21.4 entered in escrow. That's been a down number
good
for a while, but
is that because there's less real estate agents?
People are going, I don't want to do the buyer brokerage agreement. That's scary.
Well, no, because that's like 1 in 4.
All right.
1 in 5 and 1 in 4. That means that's pretty good numbers for all the agents. But my question really is how many agents did you lose and no longer really in the business?
I don't know. It'd be interesting. Hey, Patrick, can you find out that number for me? 25.6% went in and listed a property. And then, the
negative.
realtors are being negative because they've been so positive for so many months. And then now they're going, damn, this thing isn't changing much. So,
no, they're going, it's going to be November and then December and then January and then I got to take all this time off.
My taxes, and thank God it didn't make any money this year. So
I'm just saying that's why they're negative, because they're going, but it's going to change. This year is going to be different.
This next year, 25.
No, yeah. But I'm talking the rest of this year is going to be busier if these rates keep going the way they're going.
It already is. So it's kind of nice. But those are the facts, Jack.
Telling people don't play around with when you write an offer, write it the way you want it. Don't go in under. Don't do that. All their other stuff.
No playing.
Don't
play with these. Be serious, but get in there before the competition becomes completely crazy. I say this every day because it will.
It is.
And prices will go whoop through the roof. Whoop. There it goes. So you're going to have a less expensive home today, even though you're looking at the price going, oh my gosh, and having to pay maybe $10,000, $20,000 over list price if it's listed correctly. So
that's it.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. It used to be 30 to 50, sometimes 60, but anymore. I had one that was 105,000 over list.
Really?
And the house really needed to be torn down. No, they got a loan.
Wow.
The buyer actually had to go in. It was a probate sale. And the buyer actually had to go in and clean the pool and repair a couple things to appease the appraiser. And they did so and closed.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because a lot of people go, well, I'm just going to fill in the pool. No, you can't do that.
Can't do that.
Because that's a lot more issues.
The 3 sisters said, Mike, could you just let everybody know we ain't doing a thing?
Okay.
And I said, okay.
And then,
but we had 42 offers.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't do a thing too with 42 offers.
Yeah. So anyway, that's what's happening there.
I'm just looking at my calendar to see how
you and I are being thrown over the wall tomorrow, or throw over the side of the building at the Black Building.
So yesterday, when you were in your meeting and you're saying you're not listening to what I stated, was that Liquid Courage should have been open at 8 a.m.
I heard you.
Okay, you're just
being feisty.
Well, it was more like, okay, old man, get your hearing aid on.
But did the people giggle? They giggled. So
no, they did.
Yeah, they did. You just weren't listening.
I was listening.
So Ed and I are going to rappel down the Black Building over the edge. We got to be there tomorrow at 7:30. Our time slot is for 8 o'clock.
Mine's like 8:30 though.
I know, but
I have a feeling.
Did
you fill out that paperwork yet? You're supposed to fill out?
Yeah.
They emailed you?
Yeah.
I got to do that today.
Yeah. I'm actually doing it today. I was talking to a friend this morning at the OTF, the Orange Theory Fitness Center, and she said she was talking to a lady that works for Learning Quest, and she goes, "Oh, I got a friend, Mike Kelly, who's doing that." Oh my God, that's crazy! I just did his paperwork today.
Oh, really?
And I'm thinking, how could she do my paperwork if I haven't filled it out?
Probably the other paperwork.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, and then I had somebody reach out to me from Washington State asking questions about buying a house when you're going through divorce, because the loan officer told them that they needed to get legally separated to be able to buy a house. And the problem is when you come legally separated, then you have to wait 6 months to even file for divorce, I guess.
Yeah. Why legally separated?
I don't know. I mean,
they're using her income, but she's got bad credit.
No, she needs to buy a house.
Okay.
The husband, they're separating.
Okay.
So I was supposed to have a phone call with her because she wants different.
I see. They're separating. She wants to buy a house.
Right. And so he's got to give her money to buy a house. Gotcha. And the question is, well, if it's conventional, you just have to sign the thing that you're sole and separate property, even if you're still married at the time. But then if it's FHA or VA, then you have to use their debts against them. And she's like, well, he has none. So I'm like, then I don't know what the problem is. Maybe you need a better loan officer.
Yeah, I think
so. If that's what you need, call me and we'll get it taken care of for you.
Yeah.
But it just, and that was from our radio show.
Oh, cool.
Her mom listens to us here locally.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, that's pretty darn cool.
I'm just telling you, we have a reach that people don't know about from our radio.
We do.
Yes.
We do. Sometimes we reach people that
don't want to be reached.
So they're really kind of hide from us, but they still listen.
So one of the things I just heard was that the government's thinking there needs to be more education for reverse mortgages. See, I can't even think of it because there's no education for it to get it out there. And so I'm going to be putting a few webinars together just because of that. Yeah.
You just froze. Yeah, the government might be right on that one.
I think they are right because the problem is I run into that all the time. It's this weather, all this stuff out there is killing me right now.
Yeah, Jeff was yesterday. Sheriff,
that would be Sheriff Dirksey to you, sir.
Yeah, he was having a hard time talking too.
Yeah, it's because he was so worried about Army
losing to the Navy.
I almost went. He drew first blood.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
it looks like we've had a good time. We actually said a few things that were intelligent, and now we're going to
go ahead just and get out there, buy the house, stop worrying about it. Don't if you don't like what you're hearing, double check it with somebody else to make sure it's truly what's going on. And I have no problem you call me and going, hey Ed, this is what I'm hearing for so and so. I don't want to know the name of the company. I don't want to know the name of the loan officer. I just want to know what you're saying, and I can tell you if it's true or not. Because sometimes people don't think that it's true out there, but a lot of us. Okay, in my industry, don't work that hard. And I mean, they don't research things. We have stuff now that this chat we have to find out anything we need to know within seconds. And it's amazing what we can get right now.
Is that like an AI chat?
It is, because they'll research everything for you. Yeah. And it's right. It's not the wrong stuff, right? It's internally through the company.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, it's actually really neat. I used it the other day going, wow. And we can actually even upload documents and can relook at our income and verify if we did it right.
Yeah.
But it's not that difficult to figure out self-employed income. What box is number 31 and what box is 6 and box is 5? It tells you what to look at each box and put it in there and make sure. And then it's like, oh, there's your income.
Yep.
There you go.
Oh, there it is.
That's right. And what's nice now, I don't know if I told you, but Fannie and Freddie, if you've been in business for 5 years or more, you only have to do self-employed. 1 year of tax returns is what we're going to wait. So, a lot of people go, my year this year is so much better than last year. And you have to average it.
Yeah.
Not necessarily.
Oh, cool. 5 years or more.
Yeah. A company has to be around for 5 years, at least 5 years in business.
Even though that 6th year is the one that they're going to close the doors.
Right after they buy a house.
Right after they buy the house. Oh, thank God we got our house.
Well, that's like what I tell people. If you want to start a business, buy your house first and then start the business.
Yep.
Don't do it the other way, because then you got to wait 2 years.
Oh, and then you got equity to pull from if you need to keep the business afloat.
Well, I don't recommend that, but okay. Just don't take an income from the business for the first 12 months.
Exactly.
All right, we're going to go. Thank you,
Bye.
everybody. Appreciate you.
Have a great weekend.
Don't forget to listen to us tomorrow on the radio. That would be on 1360 AM, KFIV.
iHeartRadio.
That's right. Power Talk 1360. No station. All right, we'll talk to you on Monday if you don't listen to us on Saturday, and then the replay on Sunday.
Yeah.
All right, bye.
Bye.